All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, HaKadosh. Yahweh's name, the Heavenly Father, it means He is. Yahweh Shai is the name of His Son, it means He is who saves. Yah being He, Hawa Shai being, Hawa, to be, and then Hawa Shai being to save. HaKadosh is the name of the Holy Spirit in Hebrew. Raha meaning spirit, Quadash meaning holy. Just wanted to go over the parable of the talents really quickly, because a lot of the time, let's get it and I'll see if I can break it down, but a lot of the time, people assume that because, what? Wow. Okay. Let's try this one. People assume that because they don't know as much as some of the apostles and the prophets, they can't be pushing out that word. And in a sense, you have to get to a level where you can understand and answer most questions. You have to understand the prophecies. You have to understand some of the history. You have to understand MOTB. You have to understand the doctrine of hereditary lines. That Yahweh Shai only came for Israel, really. These things you have to understand. Let's see if I can see. But for, I think, or dogs, is not meat. It's not good to give the food for the children onto dogs, right? Let's see if we can get that. Dogs. Give not, Matthew 7:6, give not that as holy unto dogs, neither cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample you on the foot. Let's see, children of Israel. Let's see if we can get that phrase. And Matthew 7:6, that was, no, that wasn't the one I'm looking for. Matthew 7:28, right? So this is, for a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit heard of him and came and fell at his feet. The woman was Greek, a Syrophoenician by the nation, and she besought that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. But Yahweh said unto her, Let the children first be filled, for it's not meet to take the children's bread and cast it unto dogs. So he's basically saying he's only come for the house of Israel. See. Let's see that. Get that partial phrase. Let's get one of the Gospels. It's interesting. So many references to the house of Israel, like if it was a doctrine that is for everybody, why is it that the house of Israel is just mentioned so many times? Yeah, Matthew 10 and 6, but ye go ye rather to the lost sheep, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 15 and 24, but he answered and said, I'm not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's the one that I was looking for. 15:24. And behold, a woman of Canaan came in out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered not. But he answered and said, I'm not sent unto the house of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So, this is, these are the doctrines that that we uh that we aspire to, and this is what we should be knowing. Some of the fundamentals that we should know, the mark of the beast, the prophecies, Daniel, Revelation, Ezekiel, some of the prophecies in Isaiah, and then also understanding just the principles of the bloodline, who the Edomites are, where they come from, who, looking at Psalms 83, understanding who our enemies are, you know, understanding that in Genesis, I think 25, 26, Edomites were given the sword, and then that we weren't overcome by the sword. So doctrine of non-violence, but also understanding what our heritage is and understanding what's going to happen in the last days. So these are the things that we should be teaching. And I'm going to end with this. Matthew 25. The parable of the talents, right? And we all know this, right? Starting from 14. For the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them goods. And unto one he gave five talents, and unto two, and to another two, and to another one, to every man according to his several ability. So you should understand that we have amazing people. Some people have the ability just to pick up Hebrew like that. Some people go deep into the history, into the secular history. Some people are amazing with just being able to recall precepts like that. Reading. Some people have just this amazing analytical mind, and I see a lot that the people from all the Israelites that are in, I'm going to call them out, GMS, right? They're on top and on fire, but there's other people who are kind of friends of GMS, we might say, and they just seem to be so intelligent people, and I think, but all well, not I think I know that this is down to Yahweh. He, they say give thanks to the Lord and He'll direct out your ways. But they've put themselves in faith, and they've been rewarded with wisdom, intelligence, and understanding. But what I'm saying is the Lord will give each of us some talent according to our capacity to receive it. So we ain't always, we're not always going to be good at remembering precepts. We won't always be good. But what you have to do with your talent, with how much you're given, you might not be able to remember, 50 scriptures and the precepts behind them. But what you should do is, if you're given 2 talents, you go out and you work with that too, right? You don't say, oh, I don't know as much as this guy, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. No, you go out and work with that too. And if some people come and give you questions, and you can't answer the questions, you come back. Don't give out falsehoods. You don't misrepresent scriptures, but you come back. You edify yourself, and in that process you'll grow. So let's read. Then he that had received, and to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Right. So you're not always going to get the same amount of talents. 16. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made another 5 talents. And likewise he that received 2, he also gained 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged it in the earth. So that is that one person who who may not know all as much of a basis as someone who's been there for 30 years or 40, 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, someone who's quite new into it. But once they got the basic understanding, it's your job to go out there and teach, and the one of the best way of teaching, it's, being by the highways and byways is good, but then, there's also the information superhighway, right? So pushing it out on YouTube, pushing it out on Odyssey, pushing it out on Rumble, pushing it out on TikTok, like if you, it's pushing it out on Snapchat, just pushing out this word. After a long time, verse 19, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought another 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I've gained beside them another 5 talents. And this isn't just about pushing out the word and getting it, getting the word out there, but it's also to do with your own growth. The Lord gives you inspiration, and you're supposed to grow in this thing. So it can be, oh, I've received another 5 talents through my own study, through my own diligence, through my own prayer, through my own fasting to try and understand this more. And so that his Lord said unto him, Well done, thou faithful servant that hast been faithful over the few things. I made thee ruler of many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. He that was received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou hast delivered me unto me 2 talents. Behold, I've gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into thy word, into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast, that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I would reap where I had sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. So basically, if you've come into the truth, the Lord has given you a talent. He's given you that spirit. He's given you the ability to see the truth. And it's not for you just to sit on it and only have that same amount of knowledge. You're supposed to grow in this thing. And once you grow in this thing, you've got a stability in this. You're supposed to go out there and push out this word, and hopefully open the minds of others. We're about that time, man. We're about that time. So, it's about pushing now. All right, with that, I'm going to say shalom. Oh, I'm just going to finish off this last bit. 27, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. So he's taking that spirit, that ability, that understanding, that fire, that passion, and giving it to the person who he had even more, to deepen their own spirit. So, carrying on, for unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have an abundance, but from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into the outer darkness, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. 31, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as the shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. The sheep, the sheep are kind of profitable, isn't it? They give you milk, they give you meat, they give you, wool as well. And the goats, not so much, The meat the meat on the goat is kind of hard, and the kind of smell, and the milk is kind of funky too. So, it's interesting that he said that. And he said that he set the sheep on his right hand, but to the goats to the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. And that's it. That's where I want to stop. Shalom.